What is the number one issue in this campaign for you?
I think the number one issue is health care. It's always been health care, even before the pandemic. I mean, people are beginning to see and realize that the Affordable Care Act is under attack. And that lawsuit of which Alabama is a part of is going to be heard before the Supreme Court. It's going to put over 900,000 people with pre-existing conditions in jeopardy. It's going to put kids up to age 26, their health care in jeopardy, seniors' prescription drugs. That's the number one issue, and they're very concerned about it. And they've seen the work that I've done on this, and they've seen that Tommy Tuberville really has never, he's like Donald Trump. He's never put a plan out there about what he would do. He has no idea.
And he has Donald Trump's full support in this election. What do you see between now and the closing on Election Day as kind of the final case to be made to Alabama voters?
You know, look, I think it's a combination of things, Lawrence. I think it's things people are starting to look at the candidates, and they're starting to look at the issues. What they see in the last 3 years with me as their senator is someone who has had their back. 22 bipartisan bills, working for farmers and veterans, strong military, all the things that Alabama people want, and it's their values. On the other hand, you've got a guy who will not tell them. He doesn't debate. He doesn't talk about the issues. He only talks in platitudes about things. And the fact of the matter is they're beginning to see that he's really extreme. He supports the Alabama abortion law bill that bans all abortions without any exceptions for rape and incest. He's a climate denier, doesn't believe in the science, believes only God can change climate. And also he's just, you know, it's that family separation you heard. That's his thing. He and Jeff Sessions and others, that's what they support. So he's got some really extreme views, which is another reason he's probably not out there talking to the people.
And we now know from emails and Justice Department records that family separation policy pushed by Jeff Sessions was deliberate, and it was deliberately cruel. They wanted it to be cruel to send a message to people to not bring their children to the border.
Absolutely. And Tommy Tuberville supports everything that Donald Trump does and says with immigration, including that family separation. That goes against every value that Alabamians have. And that's the information that's getting out there now. And that's why I think we're going to win this race. People see him as an extremist. And that is just not what the folks in Alabama want. It's not what they deserve.
A record number of mail-in ballots, absentee ballots, have been requested in Alabama this year. The previous record for absentee ballots was 89,000. Alabama has already received 259,000. There's another, say, 70,000 outstanding that haven't come back in yet. Is that mail-in ballot? Do you see that as a support base for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's a lot of early voting with those absentee ballots that we've seen, too. I think overwhelmingly people went to the polls and they're concerned about the COVID. We've got cases rising in Alabama, but they're also trying to show the folks in Montgomery, Alabama, at the Capitol that we want early voting in this state. We want to be able to vote at the convenience for people and citizens to try to get those numbers up, and not just at the convenience of our state legislature on one day for 12 hours. So I think that those are breaking our way for sure, based on everything that we've seen. I believe that we're going to top 300,000 absentee ballots, which is going to be well over 10% of the total vote that's going to be cast by November 3rd.